today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game. There.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, he shifts past him. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Stroud off the play fake. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, it's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. Option right, here's Stroud. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 3rd and 8. And Stroud now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Stroud out of the gun here. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
third down. He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud looking to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Stroud. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A gain of 32 that time. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Here now, 2nd and 4. On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. 4th down. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Andrew Beck, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance. And
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeForest Buckner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A little juke. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A huge play there for Houston, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stroud's this throw finds Smith and Jigba. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's brought down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taylor. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Stroud to throw it. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again is Stroud. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Stroud keeps it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
3rd and goal, Stroud. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Stroud now. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Taylor, touchdown, Houston. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll look to throw again. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Waller. Yards. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On play action, they'll throw. What a catch by London. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
11 yards for number 11.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be